Welcome to another sample CKA test video by the Azure Guy. I am an Azure Solutions Architect, an Azure Administrator, as well as an Azure Security Engineer. I'm also a certified Kubernetes application developer. Question 11, Part 2. In Part 1, we dealt with the ClusterIP port. This, we're going to use NodePort. Skill level remains the same at medium. Also remaining the same is the topic in the official curriculum, services and networking. And we're concentrating on pod-to-pod communication as well as service. The question. Create a deployment named web servers in the namespace external. Image should be Nginx and 3 replicas. Create a service named web service and expose the service so the web servers are reachable from outside the cluster. Use the wget command to test your work and write the results to a file named q11b.txt. Let's get started. All right, welcome part B of question 11. We're going to begin with part B where we left off in question 11A. So if you haven't done question 11, I would suggest you either review it or go through it. Basically, we're going to be changing the service from a cluster IP to a NodePort. So I will give a quick demo or a quick explanation of where we're at now. So if I do a kubectl service in the namespace of external, we should find ourselves a service called web service with a cluster IP. What we want to do that is change that to a NodePort because the question is now how to access outside of the cluster. And NodePort is the answer. So I could modify this. When I did this in part A, I did create 2 YAML files. So I could go delete the service, go in the YAML file, edit it, and then recreate the service. Or I could just edit the service on the fly. I'm going to choose that approach. So kubectl edit service web service. And namespace of external. And I'm going to cruise on down to type and change that to NodePorts. Now you can see here they got a big C and a big I. So the question is that right? Or do we want a small N and a big P, or both all small? So I'm going to do it wrong so you can see how you can tell in the exam if you're not sure how you know you don't have it right. So I'm going to make this a small p, which is incorrect, I do believe. I'm going to try to save it, and it bounces back to me. So I'm going to change it to what I believe is the correct. And it should save. Whoops. There we go. So now it got changed. If I want to really make sure, I could do this. And then if I'm really interested, I can do a describe and see my endpoints. There they are. So let's, we need to do one more thing. We need to get the nodes, the IP addresses of the nodes. So kubectl get nodes /o wide. All right, very good. So now we'll do a wget on 192.168.1.158 on the port of the node port. So that's right there. So 30833. And we are accessing the pod outside of the cluster. So pretty good. All right, that ends this. This completely finishes question 11. Hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.